Greetings, friends and subscribers, and welcome to another episode of Strange Booze. Today, we'll be looking at white rum. All right, let's drink. So you might be thinking, white rum, not really a strange booze, is it? But in this case, I've got something a little bit interesting to some of you perhaps. And it's a bottle of C.J. Wray's Dry White Rum. So C.J. Wray's Dry White Rum is a Jamaican white rum product that was created in the early 1990s to be a competitor to the very popular Puerto Rican rum Bacardi White. And it lasted about 20 to 30 years in the market, and why this is a strange booze is that it was discontinued in most markets in the late 2000s. Meaning, when I picked up this bottle of white rum last month at a local liquor store, it had been sitting on the shelf of that liquor store for at least 10 years. So with all that being said, we're going to take this white rum, give it a try, see if it actually is unique and has some advantages over your traditional white rum of Bacardi or your Captain Morgan's white. So let's give it a shot. Now I'm going to go off screen because I realized I didn't bring a shot glass with me to give it a sip. So I'm going to use one of my favorite shot glass sets here. They're Atari themed. This one in fact is Missile Command. We'll give it a little bit of a pour because again it's straight white rum. It weighs in at 40%, so it's not overproof. It is distilled by Wray and Nephew, so you'll see these Wray and Sons, Wray and Nephew. I think it's associated with Appleton Estates. So on the nose, not particularly ethanol-y, very white rummy in fact. So it smells like rum. Got a little bit of heat on the palate, but not burny per se. It's actually quite smooth. Yeah, overall not bad. Slight sweetness to it. I see it's actually a good rum. I think it tastes better than Bacardi rum. And it's quite possible that the market just didn't really support more than one basic kind of white rum, or your Bacardi and your Captain Morgan's types of rum. But yeah, it's a good white rum. Yeah, it's crisp. It's not harsh at all. It's actually very tasty. There's a whole story here about the C.J. Wray Dry Rum. Dry rums to me are like something that's a little bit newer. They tend to be a little bit less sweet. They don't have added sweetness, but this one is actually quite good on its own. All right. Well, that was easy then. So I think we're going to move on to is we're going to create a couple of basic cocktails with this. And we're going to start with a traditional rum daiquiri recipe. Now your straight rum daiquiris were originally just lime juice, rum, and some simple syrup or sugar. So that's kind of what we're going to go to. We're going to put some ice in the shaker here. Now I'm just using traditional like fridge ice cubes, but you could use your whatever your preferred ice is, cracked ice, or you could use ice pellets or crushed ice. Put a decent amount of ice in there. And the recipes basically call for a rum daiquiri to be 2 ounces of rum, 2 ounces of lime juice, and a ½ ounce of simple syrup. So we'll go ahead and we'll add 2 ounces of the C.J. Wray's white rum to this. Then we're going to add 2 ounces of fresh squeezed lime juice in this case, only because I made my own batch of Falernum number 10 this week, so I have fresh lime juice left over. And I never really thought this would be the case, but honestly, like the fresh lime juice does make a substantial difference. The drinks taste different when they're not laced with sodium benzoate. So 2 ounces of lime juice in there and a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Now you can use any old simple syrup, rock candy syrup, or anything like that. I was going to use this agave with stevia extract, which is like a low-carb simple syrup substitute. But I'm going to go off camera and grab myself a bottle of Trader Vic's rock candy syrup, which is another form of simple syrup. So I'll be right back. So here we go. Trader Vic's rock candy simple syrup. Now this is a simple syrup that's actually made of high fructose corn syrup. So Again, not ideal. If you're looking for something that's a little more natural or fair, you could avoid this. So now that we put all those ingredients in the shaker, we just seal it up, and I realize I actually put all the ingredients in the bottom half of the shaker. Problem solved. So we're gonna give this a shake. We're gonna strain it into the glass. You could have this over the rocks, or you could have it straight in the glass. It should be nice and chilled from shaking. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, so you'll generally know this is done shaking as the shakers start to frost over. That's a good sign. Almost lost the shaker there. So we got that there. I'll put some ice in this because I want this to stay chilly, and I'm going to share these drinks with my wife Julia afterwards. Check out some of my other videos on her channel, Julia's Variety channel, where this is hosted. We do a lot of beer tasting videos and drink videos, but she also does crafts and other things that could be interesting to, you know, those adults, empty nesters, whatnot. Okay, so this is a basic rum daiquiri. All right, cheers. You know what? That's really good. Like I said, I think the fresh lime juice makes such a huge difference. Honestly, I think this is something that Julia could drink out of the glass like this. And like I said, all it is lime juice, rum, and simple syrup. So really tasty. It might be a battle between this and the second drink that we're going to make to see which one I get to drink and which one she gets to drink. So I'm going to tidy up my shaker, and then we're going to go ahead and make a second drink. For our second cocktail with CJ Wray's Dry White Rum, we're going to make a rum punch. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to make a rum punch, but this basic recipe is 2 ounces of white rum, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of orange juice, shaken over ice, and then poured in a glass or poured over ice again. So the first step, again, we're going to put some ice in that shaker. I'll have to clean that mess up. Ice in the shaker, hand on the shaker this time. I wonder if we should put this up raw as is on the channel. What do you think, Julia?
We should probably do that.
She likes a raw cut. I'm going to point out a raw cut is fine because I had a few drinks this afternoon, which might explain why I let go of the shaker on the floor. Okay, so we got the shaker full of ice. The next step we're going to take is 2 ounces of CJ Wray's Dry White Rum. Pop that right in the shaker. Notice I used the large side of the shaker this time, which is the correct approach. So 2 ounces of white rum in there. Nice simple cocktail. Shake up some orange juice, pop that open. Get 2 ounces of orange juice. Again, you could use fresh squeezed, you could use from concentrate, you could use refrigerated orange juice. Julie and I find that something like this, like Minute Maid or Great Value, is great because we don't use a lot of the orange juice, so the small jugs tend to last us a little bit longer. Shake up this pineapple juice, Dole pineapple juice, great bar staple in these small tins. Again, if you're only making drinks for yourself, because the pineapple juice is going to keep longer. So 2 ounces of pineapple juice. And that's it. That's a nice straightforward cocktail. So again, seal that up, give it a shake. Okay, again, start to frost over on that shaker, means the shaker's ready to go. All right, so let's put some rocks in that glass. Pop the shaker open. And you could strain this using the tool. What's the tool called, Julia?
A strainer?
She says a strainer, but I think there's another name for it. Or you can go a little bit fancier as you get used to doing this and just use the shakers themselves to strain. You keep a small little lip there, a gated pour. Looks pretty good on camera. Now I like the pineapple-based cocktails because you get a little bit of pineapple froth on the top. All right, so this is a rum punch. Let's give it a try. It smells fruity and delicious. It is good. I think it's missing some of the acidity. For my money, I'd probably go with the rum daiquiri for this particular rum. But this is good. It tastes like orange. It tastes like pineapple. It's very tropical. In fact, you lose out on the taste of that 2 ounces of rum altogether, which might make it a little bit dangerous. So that's it. That's Strange Booze. We took a look at CJ Wray's Dry Rum this week. I don't suggest you go out of your way to try and find this because it hasn't been made in probably about 10 years. But any of the recipes we use tonight, you can just use a standard white rum or even a dark rum or a spiced rum. You can use basically any rum to make these same recipes. In this case, we use this one. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always,
Thanks for drinking with me.
oh, thanks for drinking with us. Cheers. I like that daiquiri.